Hi, my name's Chris, aka Plastic, and today we're going to be looking at the only handheld games console in the world small enough to fit in your ass. Welcome to Pocket Legion. So today we're going to be taking a look at the tiny screen. This was a Kickstarter. Ken Burns, who owns a company called Tiny Circuits, started this off in January 2014. It was one of maybe 3 or 4 successful Kickstarters that he had done, where various different of these little modular circuit pieces had basically been released. Let's see if I can get a focus on that guy. Nope. The camera, there we go. Cool. So these are all like tiny modules that stick together. So yeah, he managed to secure 1,502 backers, and I think he got around $128,000. These guys retailed for about $70 a piece, and it was actually my first Kickstarter. And of course, like, I went after it purely because it was well, what was being claimed at the time, and I'm pretty sure it still is, the world's smallest handheld games console. So for the money, what you get is a really neat little 140 milliamp battery. There's a little this is actually the processor on this board right here. Let's see if we can focus on that. There we go. So that's the tiny Duino there, and it also has a power module on it as well. This is the tiny shield, which is what of course makes it a handheld games console. So you have 2 really neat little analog sticks that I would say feel pretty much like, I'd say they're comparable to PSP stick, maybe a little bit lighter, but really high quality. And there are 2 really small buttons on the top here, tiny shoulder buttons. This little guy here is a USB hub, and so that's how you access the internal memory on the board and put games onto it. And here's the screen. Focus on that. See, that's going to be hard for this one. Yeah, so that's a 96 by 64 pixel screen there. So let's just assemble this guy and pop him together. The really cool thing about this is Ken's got this really smart system where you can assign all of the different components just by slotting them together, so no soldering required, and even a noob like me can put this together. And you can get loads and loads of additional modules. Actually, you can get GPS, you can get Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, a whole range of other stuff as well. Just pop that right on in there. Actually, I think the Kickstarter was very marginally delayed just because they had extra buttons added on the screen, which I haven't used. Now, the great thing about this is you can develop for it if you're into your coding. You can use a web app called CodeBender and code directly onto this guy. And all you have to do is plug it in, select the USB port that you want to push to, and it will download. It will flash the memory on the unit. Okay, let's plug this in. So that's the unit assembled in its entirety. Now, it is pretty bare bones, and there have been several different 3D printer STL models released, so you can make a case for it. So that's probably my next little project. Just so you can see a comparison, the Atari Lynx 2 that we took a look at last week. This guy is kind of smaller than the screen right there. But I would say way more stylish right there. So I flashed this with a Tetris Clone. Just turn it on. My fingernails are actually too big for the switch, which is not useful. Okay, and that doesn't work. I plugged the screen in the wrong way. There we go, let's try that again. Okay, as you can see, it has come to life. Now let me see if I can. So it's a full version of Tetris running on a 96 by 64 OLED screen. And you can add a sound module to this as well, and get headphone output or speaker output if you want to. I haven't done that yet. So that's this guy. So let's take a look at the pocket of judgment and see whether this would fit. I've got a feeling it might. Here is the pocket of judgment. Okay. Let's pop this guy inside. Yep, no problem at all. You could probably fit 30 or 40 of those guys in there. No problem at all. I don't know what you'd do with them all. Maybe you hand them out with your friends. And at the very least, it'll make you feel like a giant. Okay, so that just about sums it up for the Tiny Circuits Tiny Shield. Check out those guys at tinycircuits.com. Support their products. They've got a tiny arcade cabinet and a whole different set of components you can get yourself. And check out Ken Burns and his Kickstarter projects. They've always been great, and they've all delivered. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment and share. Find us on Facebook. Today's free giveaway is a game you can redeem on Steam. First come, first serve. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.